everyone. Welcome to tonight's Big Brother Canada 10 chat.
Well, it's episode 14.
And it's a very special night.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
This is a big deal. This is a double eviction, baby, but it's a whole other format, which we will get to. But last time...
Would you say...
I thought you were going to continue that. Go ahead.
Would you say that a double eviction by any other name would still be a double eviction?
I like the way you're thinking.
All right, so it's the old chain of safety, but you've already said that. So last time...
I don't think I did say chain of safety.
Oh, okay. Well, it's the chain of safety.
You're still not listening to me.
But there's no HOH and there is no veto.
Yeah. We'll get into the nitty-gritty of it in a little bit. But last time, won the power of veto. And he saved himself.
Yeah, because he would have been a stupid ass if he hadn't. So Jess nominated T in his place.
Yeah. Tanisha's up on the block. And Jess was kind of like, you know what? I don't mind if Tanisha becomes the target. And by the end of the week, Jess was like, yeah, Tanisha's my target. I mean, they didn't say that to Tanisha, but...
I mean... Who would Jess have wanted to keep in the house besides Kevin?
I mean, they had a good thing going with JC Lynn, it seemed like. They're trying to work with Marty, Gino, Josh. So they had some people that they were kind of working with, but the people that Jess was working with didn't necessarily value Jess in the same way that they valued those other people. You know what I mean? It wasn't reciprocated.
Okay.
But anyway.
Well, Moose thinks he's the target.
Yes.
He thinks he is going home 100p.
I mean, you'd think that the HOH would be hellbent on trying to get rid of one of their original nominees, right? Unless this was like a specific backdoor situation where you're taking out like a huge target.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was some confusion, like who is actually the target this week.
Summer also thought that Moose was the target.
I mean,
a lot of people did.
Was pretty confident the last few days that she was going to have the votes.
Well, Helena had a storage room monologue that was eye-opening. She's disgusted at what's going on in this house.
She is specifically, like, not happy with the Mandems alliance with Tanisha, Betty,
she feels
and
she's
Summer.
at the bottom.
I mean, all three of them were trying to get Helena nominated as the replacement nominee. Not necessarily to go, but...
just to be on the block.
To be on the block.
Right.
And then if she goes, at least it's not us. That was their thinking. And this got back to Helena, of course, through Jess. So yeah, well, Helena's not happy about it.
Jess was dropping all kinds of truth bombs on everybody throughout their whole HOH.
I have to say though, it just kind of cracks me up how Helena is like disgusted by everybody's gameplay and stuff when Helena has been a straight up rat all season so far. She's playing that rat game.
She's playing a good game though.
So far,
because I don't think anybody really suspects.
Well, I don't know. I think she's doing pretty good so far.
All right. Would you say she's doing the most?
No.
Okay. So Kevin and Moose have a really sexy hot tub convo. They had the old loofah out.
Yeah, Moose was campaigning his butt off this week.
Said, Kevy, you could use me as a pawn, or you could use me or for whatever you want.
Yeah. What Moose didn't realize... Sorry, I was trying to hold in a cough and it came out really weird.
Don't do that.
I know. What Moose didn't realize is that he would have already had the votes anyway.
Oops, my bad. So just use me anyway, Kevin.
I mean, he's offering all this stuff to people and they're just like, cool, I was going to keep you anyway. Okay. So they're glad to accept Moose's offer on, like, safety, or you can use me as a pawn, things like that. So, yeah.
All right, well...
Tanisha, on the other hand...
She's pitching to Helena.
She's not doing a lot of campaigning here.
Everybody's saying her social game is so great. I'm just not seeing it.
I mean, this week proved that it's not.
I want to work with you as long as I can, and then I'll have to turn on you.
And she's telling Helena...
She's not winning over anybody with this campaign.
Yeah, she's telling Helena, I don't want you to think that I feel like your vote is like a guarantee because we're working together, but like she didn't really present a lot of points to Helena why she should stay. Yeah. So, yeah, I was disappointed this week because I didn't see much hustle from Tanisha. It didn't seem like she really cared that much. I don't know.
All right, well, Kevin walked in on the showmans and said, hey, you guys should get revenge.
Kevin's been working it.
Being such a bunch of dum-dums last time.
He's been pulling strings behind the scenes, and he knows in order to get Gino and JC Lynn to really flip and save Moose, it's good to play up that revenge angle. It's working on them.
Everybody loves revenge.
Yeah, right?
All right, so Josh and Summer have a chat, and JC joins in. And Summer thinks that it's going to be an unanimous vote for Moose
to go.
Read the room, girl!
I mean, yeah, JC Lynn was definitely lying, saying like, oh, that's what I heard too, blah, blah, blah. No.
All right, well, Kevin, Helena, and Josh have an evil meeting. Did you see the way that Kevin and Josh were like...
That was a long...
It was like that
of no
old
talking.
YouTube video of that guy who
smiling.
Was like,
I remember watching that a lot in college. Yeah, that was like really circulating around. It was very funny. But
it reminds me of that one that you showed me with the old paintings.
Oh, yeah. The person like green screened their mouth onto these paintings. That was very funny.
Yeah.
That was floating around a few days ago. But
that was amazing.
Yes. Kevin, Helena, and Josh have formed a final three group alliance. They're calling. They didn't show this on the show, but they're calling themselves the Crash Test Dummies.
I like it.
Everybody on the internet's calling them the Rat Pack, which I think is more fitting. I like it. I like that better.
I like the Rat Pack.
I think Crash Test Dummies is okay, but it's hard to say.
I would call them 3 snakes in a bag.
Ugh, just the thought of that like gives me the chills. I'm so afraid of snakes.
Say it again. 3 snakes in a bag.
No. But Kevin is trying to convince Josh to be okay with Tanisha going. He's not even saying, Josh, we need your vote to make this happen.
Right.
They don't need Josh's vote. Right? They just want Josh to be on board with this.
Well, don't they want to keep the vote?
They want to keep the vote close. Because they feel like, okay, if Kevin, Helena, and Josh are working together, it's good for them to split their vote.
They don't want to be exposed.
Yeah, it's a good idea. So...
T is campaigning...
Well, wait. I have more to say. So... Kevin was asking Josh, are you thinking with your big brain or your big heart? And Josh was saying, I think I need to think with my big brain, right?
I think he does.
I need to play with my big brain.
Or what about his big fart?
Yeah.
All right, so T's campaigning to Gino, and if this is their idea of being socially great, like asking if you have somebody's vote, and then when they say, oh, I don't know, just like bawling your eyes out.
I'm honestly not even sure when in the week this clip is from, because I haven't seen it. I'm wondering if this was from like earlier today, morning? Maybe? Yeah. Because all up until this morning, Tanisha was under the impression that she had the votes. So that could be from this morning, and she's realizing like, oh crap, I guess I'm going.
Well, somebody must have told her because she wasn't wearing athletic clothes.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much a dead giveaway, right? When everyone's wearing athletic clothes except for the one nominee who's dressed up all fancy.
All right, well, it's time to vote. They didn't waste any freaking time. I love this.
They had things to get to.
A fat-free episode. They got right to the meat. So, Moose, his pleadings were, I'm a fighter, I'm not ready to go home yet, so, and I'm probably not going home because they probably told me that, so. Tanisha says it's the halfway point. I was a pawn.
I was supposed to be a pawn this week. She called out Jess, saying my name is Tanisha.
Not Tiana.
Names matter. You know Jess was stewing about that. The whole episode, Jess was just like...
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what Tanisha's referring to with that. I don't know if that's like something from
week 1. That might have been from before the feeds.
Yeah, because I don't remember that ever coming up. But I do remember Tanisha talking about that this week. And how she wanted to call Jess out on that. So I don't know.
Well, she did.
The origin of that.
So they had the vote. And the vote was 5-4, and Tiana was evicted.
How are you going to say that? Was she just like...
It's Tanisha! All right, so Moose cried. At first I thought it was Tiana. Now I'm saying it, not on purpose. Tanisha, I thought it was Tanisha that was crying, but it was actually Moose.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, that's so sweet.
He's a really likable guy.
Moose and Tanisha definitely had a bond, and it was very difficult for them to be up on the block against each other. Yeah. But, oh my god, seeing that emotion from Moose, I was very touched to see that. All right, so as Tanisha was on her way out, she had a lot to say.
Ooh, she sure did. I was like,
where was all this fight when you were supposed to be campaigning? Like, what?
She was just coasting through because she thought she had the vote. She thought she had it.
But Tanisha was saying, like, oh, Jess, your HOH was worse than Kyle's.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
I mean, it wasn't good, but it wasn't as bad as Kyle's.
All right. Well, I mean, it was close.
I don't know. Kyle's
they were both pretty bad.
Monumentally bad.
All right. So, T and Arissa.
It's interview time.
I mean, this was so short.
Yeah, they had a lot of other stuff to get to.
This was very abbreviated. Mm-hmm. And Jess said that they had a feeling.
You mean Tanisha.
Tanisha said that they had a feeling that
they were going to be going.
Yeah. Maybe because
I think somebody probably told her. I'm not sure who spilled the beans.
Arissa revealed to Tanisha that Helena wasn't feeling it for her.
Did she say that? I don't even remember now. So much happened.
Yeah. She said
Yes. Tanisha is claiming that she did not push hard for Helena to go up on the block, but
she did.
I saw it on the feeds. What? I mean, she did go through different options when she was talking to Jess, but I would say Helena was the number one person that Tanisha was pushing to go up.
She's at the bottom of the alliance.
Mm.
All right, so Arissa says, all right, I gotta go because I gotta tell these cats that it's a double eviction.
And Tanisha was like...
like no other.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sad to see Tanisha go on a personal level because I think she seems like a really awesome person.
Yeah.
But honestly, she wasn't adding that much to the game for me.
You're sad to see her go.
But with my big brain,
head, you're okay with it.
Yeah.
Agree.
All
Ditto. Right. So Arissa tells the cats in the house that it's a double, but there's not going to be any HOH comp, and there's not going to be any veto comp.
Oh my god! They were shooketh.
All right.
I mean, the house guests were expecting tonight could be a double or some sort of twist. But, this new game mechanic that's being introduced here, they were like, what?
So there's going to be two safety competitions. Everybody's playing for individual safety.
Mm-hmm. Everyone except Jess.
Which, you brought up a great point before.
I feel like the outgoing HOH should have been able
because it wasn't an HOH competition.
Yeah.
You were so right about that, girly.
Oh, thank you. I mean, it's just an opinion, but...
No, you're right.
I mean, I guess the thinking there was, this person already, made their nominations and everything last week, so we shouldn't let them be the first link in the safety chain. But I really think that the outgoing HOH should have been able to...
I agree.
Try and win their safety.
Yeah. I think it was a definite disadvantage towards Jess. Definite disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
So the winner of the first safety comp is going to be the first link.
They're going to be safe, and then we'll get to the rest of it. Okay. So, for this competition...
You have to roll... First of all, everybody had the coolest bowling outfits on. Love those bowling shirts.
Yeah.
They had to roll a bowling ball over this freaking warped-ass floor, through bowling pin obstacles, into slots.
It was like bowling.
So it was a crapshoot, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoy these types of competitions, especially when it's a quick
I feel like that wasn't a real bowling ball.
No, it looked foamy.
It looked like a foamy ball.
Well, they had to make sure it wasn't going to knock down any pins. I'm sure the pins were screwed into the floor.
Yeah,
but still,
I think they were.
They didn't need any...
But the way it was moving, it seemed extremely light. Like it was a blow-up one or some sort of a foam ball.
Well, I think they wanted to make sure it was going to bounce off of the pins.
Yeah.
But anyway, there were slots with numbers from 1 to 15.
And I don't remember who went first, but Moose went second, and he got the highest score. And then
it was wild, too, because it almost went into the 1.
Yeah.
And then it went into the 15, and it was like,
my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody was able to top that.
No. So Moose, spoiler alert, he was the
this is a recap,
first link of the... Oh, okay. He was the first chain of... He was first link in the chain of safety.
Dang, to go from being on the block to being...
0
first
to
person
hero.
Safe. Wow.
Same thing that happened last week.
Yeah.
All right, so...
Then it's time to start this chain up, baby.
It's time for the ceremony.
Yeah. So Arissa explains the rules to everybody. So Moose, as the first link, will be picking one person who will also be safe. That person picks somebody else. That person picks somebody else. Until there's only 3 people left. And those 3 are going to compete against each other.
In the second safety competition.
Right. Whoever wins that one is safe. And the 2 people left are nominated.
Ooh. Oh.
This is so interesting. I love it.
I really, really love the way this went down, with the exception of I thought Jess should have been eligible to
for
play.
That first I agree.
All right. So Moose picked Herman. No surprise there.
Interesting.
Herman picked Josh. Not surprised because they have a final 2.
Mm-hmm. But it was interesting too because this had the potential to expose a lot of stuff, and I think it did expose some things.
Some things.
Some things were left covered, you know?
Yes.
Some strategic picks here. But Josh, who has a final 2 with a bunch of people, decided to choose Betty, who everybody knows he is close to, at least on a personal level.
I think that was a good choice.
That was a smart choice for him.
Betty picked Summer. No surprise there.
Mm-hmm.
Summer picked Kevin. I was
a little surprised by that.
About that. I thought Summer probably would have picked Marty.
Yeah, except Summer has been saying the last few days that if she won HOH, she would try to backdoor Marty.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think she was hoping that he would be left to potentially go up on the block.
Right.
They were close before, but things have soured between the 2 of them.
Oh.
But yeah, Summer picked Kevin.
And Kevin picked Marty.
Yeah.
Not surprised, because I think if he would have picked Helena, that would have been
really weird.
Yeah.
So I think he also knew, okay, Marty will probably pick Helena. Yeah.
Well, Marty... I'm surprised that Marty didn't pick Jess.
Or Gino.
Yeah.
I think Marty kind of showed his ass, honestly. I think Marty could be in trouble the most out of anybody.
Yeah.
With these picks moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
Because, Marty didn't pick... Well, Jess doesn't matter anymore.
No.
But, not picking Gino, that's a little sketchy.
Yeah.
A little sketchy.
Yeah.
Not picking JC Lynn, who he was supposed to be getting close to this week. Like
the revenge couple.
What do you mean?
They're both in the danger zone there.
Oh,
they're
Gino
on the wrong side.
Oh, yeah, no.
They're on the wrong side of the safety.
Yeah, so that means in the second safety competition, we have Jess versus Gino
versus JC.
Wow. I was shooketh when I saw this, but I was also like, oh my god, this is compelling TV.
Out Gino?
I know, right? So anyway,
so it's time for the second comp, and it was no David Bowie song or Queen. It was called Under Pressure, but you had to sort your balls. You had a big trough of like what, 4 different colored balls plus a lot of white balls thrown in. You had to fill up all 4 tubes. And
with the different colors.
The right colors in each tube. And if you got a wrong color, you had to start over.
Or white, yeah.
Right.
And instead of just dumping one tube, you had to dump everything and start over.
So, Jess, being an artist, we thought, wow, this is going to be an easy, it's going to be a shoo-in for them.
Well, I mean, it seemed like
they were
really
going
far
really
ahead.
fast.
They were moving fast. Unfortunately for Jess, they had a white ball in the mix. So
2 of them, I thought.
It might have been 2. It looked, it was definitely in the green tube, possibly also in the blue.
Yeah.
So they had to dump it and start over. And that gave JC Lynn the opportunity to win the competition.
Yeah.
Dang.
Wow. Oh my god.
I'm a little congested if you couldn't tell.
So they won. And
JC Lynn won.
Yeah. So it's Jess versus Gino up on the block. Oh my God.
Okay, so going into this vote, I was like, are they going to vote out Gino? Because if you think about it, okay, obviously, for a lot of these people, Jess is the emotional choice, you know? They're not happy with the way that Jess has been playing the game, blah, 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 blah. But if you look at it, Jess is on an island, pretty much.
Yeah.
Gino is in a showmance with JC Lynn.
But that's the thing about BB Can. They respect the showmances.
It's really weird. I don't know.
In BBUS, you would have a bullseye painted on your ass if you were in a showmance. Yeah. But in BB Can, they're like, oh, you're the best. Mwah!
I mean, Gino and JC Lynn have both already won competitions.
Yeah.
So you would think that they would want to split them up. Especially with Gino, one of the bros, up on the block.
Yeah.
So when I saw that vote come back, but let's talk about the pleadings first.
All right. So Gino said, I played an honest, direct game, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? I'm vanilla.
Yeah.
And then Jess said, knowing that they were going home, thank you. Shout out to my non-binary and trans people out there.
They also made it a point to say that they respect people's names, including given names.
And chosen names.
Yeah, I meant chosen names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the vote came back 7-2, and the only 2 votes to keep Jess were Helena and Marty. I'm a little surprised that Helena voted to keep Jess.
I'm not, because I think Helena saw the bigger picture here, that it would be smarter to get rid of Gino. I guess, I don't know.
But there was no support there, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know how much time that everybody had to discuss all of this, because I thought, Kevin might be pushing for Gino to go. Because I know Kevin was really liking using Jess as a shield.
Yeah. I thought they had some time in between.
I'm not sure. Yeah, because these eviction episodes are not filmed live, so I don't know how long that actually took place over. But yeah, Jess was evicted, and they hugged everybody on the way out, and they had a little speech.
I was glad to see that because I
thought they had a nice exit. Jess. I feel bad for Jess too.
They said there can only be heroes if there's villains.
Big Brother
can only be light if there's dark. There can only be good if there's bad.
I thought that was an interesting speech. I also was like, damn, Big Brother trying to play them off by opening the door mid-speech. Yeah.
I'm not done yet. All right, so Jess and Arissa. Arissa was very surprised, I think, to see Jess there. I don't know.
I'm not super surprised, even though I think the smarter move would have been to vote out Gino. I'm not super surprised that Jess was evicted, just because they had so many people wanting them to go at this point.
Yeah. Jess thought it was incredible being in there. Jess is a super fan. And they feel like they failed the super fans.
They made some mistakes, for sure.
I mean, kind of, in a way.
They made some mistakes.
Yeah.
I think also just their social game was such a detriment. It was not good.
Yeah.
Social game, not good. They're a very, very strong competitor, though, but that wasn't enough.
But again, super short, because we got to move on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. We're going to have to wait until Monday, not really, for the HOH. I mean, if you want to see who the HOH is, just scroll down if it's done before she goes to bed tonight.
Hopefully we'll find out tonight, because I wouldn't be shocked if they waited until tomorrow to do it. I don't know. But it'll be before tomorrow's spoiler, so if you don't want to wait that long.
It's probably going to be some sort of crapshoot.
Or questions.
I don't even know if it would be questions, because they'd have to set up the little boxes and everything.
Yeah, but can't they just wheel that out? Don't they use the same booths all the time? Most of the time?
Maybe, I don't know.
A lot of the time? I don't know. But anyway, we also got to see... Okay, first of all, Arissa told Canada and the rest of the world that, in front of Jess, that the jury starts next week, and that had to be ugh.
It sucks to be the last one before jury.
Yeah, that sucks. But we also saw a little clip of the house guest post
Right.
Episode.
We listened in on the house.
Marty, Kevin, and Gino in the storage room. Kevin was all like, I voted for Jess to go, which is true. Mm-hmm. But he was worried that people are going to try and pin one of those votes on him.
Right.
And Marty was all like, I also voted to evict Jess. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Wow.
Did he not learn his lesson about lying to Gino about his vote the first time? And look at how pissed Gino was. You know the truth is going to come out because Marty has the biggest mouth in the house.
He does.
The biggest mouth. He's not good at lying.
I mean, wasn't he the one who was like, you told me I was a backstabber and whatever, and now he's lying again?
Yeah, it's going to come out. So.
Oh my God, Marty.
That was dumb. But anyway, should be interesting to watch the fallout from all this.
How long will it be before Marty comes clean about lying?
Tonight? I don't know. Also, Maybe. It's going to look super bad. Like, Marty did not save Gino, and then he also didn't vote for Gino to stay. Like,
Oh, I think Marty's in trouble.
Well, we'll see who wins this next HOH.
Unless Marty wins the HOH.
Marty will still be in trouble.
Yeah,
He'll get himself into more trouble. But I really enjoyed this episode.
I love the twist.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to see them do that again in future seasons.
With the exception of letting the HOH, the former HOH, compete. I thought that would have been more fair.
Yeah.
Because it was definitely skewed against Jess.
Yeah. All right. Well, let us know your thoughts on all this in the comments. And we'll see you tomorrow for the next spoiler.
Oh, don't spoil me. And until then,
much love.